It's a big round of footy, and we've got some cracking contests coming away on Nine's Wide World of Sports. A dreary night at the SCG, but two powerful clubs doing battle to getting us started for the weekend. Now, Verrills, for the aforementioned Joseph Suali, 12 tries, 12 games this year, making a real mark. Well, he's made a mark. He's becoming a real superstar of the game. Lodge now in his fourth appearance as a Rooster against his old club. Tackled by his old front row mate in Payne Haas. Now Crichton nearly punches into a hole there. Staggs close the gap along with Hetherington. It's an up-tempo start this for the Roosters. They've travelled a long way up the field here, and Manu in for a carry which gets them to tackle 5. Here's Walker. And gee, look at that. Cobbo was looking at New was looking at Cobbo, and in the end he had a quick look at the ball and thought, gee, I better catch this. And he just grabbed it. A nervous start for the backman.
Yeah, a little bit of indecision there by the back two of the Broncos. Selwyn Cobbo, as we said, he's been out for a little bit now, so probably a few nerves leading into this one, but intentions early from the Roosters using the football. And Joey Manu, he just carried that ball, just keep an eye on him, roaming around the field. He's a right centre, but he carried the ball over the far left side on that last play for the Roosters.
Well, if Angus had looked up and popped the right arm out, he would have had Luke Keary. Would have been a 2-on-1 with the fullback. It was a great set of 6 to start the game by the Roosters, and a pretty good defensive set as well.
And Tedesco rampaging back. Wrapped up by Jordan Ricky. And here's Tupou. He's gone into the top 10 for appearances for the Roosters now. He's their second leading try scorer ever as well, Daniel Tupou. Mamourovski plays it over the halfway. Lodge. Wrapped up by Flegler and helped by Capewell. Verrills, Hargreaves, Radley, Keary, Crichton. He got one-on-one there with Reynolds, but he stood his ground. And Staggs got in there to help with the defence as well. 19 out from the line. Ball played by Crichton and Verrills for Keary. Over towards Suali, the two tall men, Suali and Oates. Good battle, that one. They're both very good in the air, and they're evenly matched for height. You can't say that very often when it comes to Corey. Let's go to Darren, sideline. It's been raining on and off throughout the afternoon, Lockie.
Yeah, evening, Tomo. Yeah, just showers around, which has put a lot of moisture on the ground. So I think you might see a few players slip over. Change of angles might be the way to go. But current temp, 18 degrees, which is quite pleasant. And there's a breeze behind the Roosters. There you go, 39 kilometres. So with their kicking game and the way they've started this game, they're going to win the field position battle, I think.
Well, one thing both teams are doing is making sure that the little men on the opposition are doing their tackles. They're staying off the cricket pitch and moving the ball, trying to get those big men onto the little halves of the opposition.
You see that one skim across the turf. It's very greasy out there. And Oates with a good tackle, driving in there on Tedesco. You just get the vibe about this. It's going to be a close finish. The Roosters have it all to play for. They've found form after losing 4 out of 5 in a sequence. They've won their last 3 in a row.
You're not going to jump around the ground. Play on the mark.
And the question is, have they left their run too late? They've got a really treacherous run in towards the finals, and every game from now on in for the Roosters is essentially must win. Tedesco.
Well, the good thing is, Matt, is
ball, and Brad Radley's wrapped up. Played back for a Keary kick now. And here's Tessie New. There's a vigorous chase by the Roosters. He might struggle to get back. He's dropped the ball! It'll be a try to the Roosters, I think.
Yeah, well,
he dropped the ball unless he forced it.
Yeah, and that's what they might have to check here, Tomo.
Back to tackle 0. Have no try. Just confirm after the knock-on from Brisbane that it's a knock-on from the Roosters and not grounded.
Yeah, so we're just checking grounding. If Tessinu actually grounds this in the in goal as the kick goes up. As this is all happening, Thomas Flegler, he's come from the field
just
with a HIA.
So
we'll get Danica to check on his health. Now, does Tessinu get the ball grounded?
Just looking to see if there's an intentional grounding.
Well, he tried to get out.
Well, that's grounded.
It's more about if Sam Walker...
It's a knock on by Walker, is it?
Well, it's offside, accidental offside.
Tessie New grounds the ball in the in-goal. We have a decision.
Oh.
Yeah, well, he's trying to promote the football out into the field of play, but he grounds the ball in the in-goal, so it's a dropout straight away.
I thought your one was a touch more, but you're right on it, so you know.
So Thomas Flegler, he's come from the field, fellas, so we'll have to get Danica to have a close check on that. Down to you, Lockie.
Yeah, well, I saw it happen. He tried to tackle Joseph Suali. Here it is here. There, head knock. And then he gets up. He's awkward there.
Oh.
And then he gets up and makes the next tackle and was struggling after that. So I'd be surprised if Thomas comes back tonight.
Okay. Could be a significant early blow. He's been good for them the last few weeks, starting up in the front row. Early pressure for the Brisbane defence. Here comes the big dog. Look at him run. Well, that was a great battle last week with Zach Fulton. He threw everything at the young man, Maria Hargreaves. 275 games now. What a career. Just outside the 20, played here by Butcher. Barrels to Keary with a dummy and nearly through. They're finding some territory, the Roosters here. And a tap on play, and it's going to be a try to Mamourovski. That's lovely play. They are on song here.
That's great football by the Roosters. Wonderful little play down the left-hand side. They were playing the ball way too fast and caught the defence on the back foot. And when you're stuck on your own try line, Harvey Norman replay. Nice little play here. Victor Radley, look at that tip on there. That's just all class by Tedesco. He's in such good form at the moment. And Mamourovski, he puts the ball down for 4 points. But look at this, just a little bat onto the left centre, Paul Mamourovski. They've opened up the Broncos early here, the Roosters. Down to you, Lockie.
Yeah, well, the Radley-Crichton combination, that nearly got Katoni Staggs earlier. He had to come about 5 minutes further up the field. That time there, he had to come in. Just the pace that Crichton comes into the line, he just has to commit Katoni Staggs, and that's what makes the space and the overlap. So that combination of Radley and Crichton coming at the line at speed and using the small pass is going to reap the benefits for the Roosters.
The beauty of that pass from Radley was all in one motion, and he had both options. He had the lead runner as a possible, and he also had the runner out the back. So Crichton and Tedesco were both in a position to get the ball. And how good to see Paul Mamourovski. If you remember the last game against the Broncos, Katoni Staggs gave him a bit of a bath. He's got him back already. Good to see.
And you think back to the Walker conversion from the last game as well, the one from the touchline up at Suncorp. He has been in good form with the boot, and that's a great kick. Roosters on the board first. They've won 4 of their last 5 against the Broncos, and that is quite the start, quite the statement in the opening 6 minutes.
It was interesting in the warm-up. The Roosters actually were out here 5 minutes before the Broncos and stayed another 10 minutes afterwards. It feels a bit like that. The Broncos have been left in the sheds a little bit. Darren Lockyer spoke about a breeze behind the Roosters, but it looks like more than a breeze at the moment.
Yeah, the flags there on top of the SCG members stand are indicating it might be a bit more than a breeze. A pilot medical update, the first of the night. Yes, Danica?
Yes, we did see Thomas Flegler come from the field. He's currently in the sheds undergoing a head injury assessment. The Brisbane Broncos medical staff have just finished reviewing the footage of it, so he's still got about 14 minutes to go on his time, so we'll give you an update as soon as we know.
What a start by Joseph Suali. Just drew a penalty then. It was also his run that forced Thomas Flegler to the sideline for a HIA.
Oh, wonky pass, picked up on the bump. Crisis averted. Butcher tackled centre field. Radley with a change of direction. Now Turpin's up into the starting team tonight. Walters back to the bench for Brisbane. He was there with Payne Haas in defence. Walker with a chip and chase. Walker! Oh!
He scored.
Beautiful kick, and Butcher was there. He's claiming it. I don't know whether he forced it. A referee said it's a try. Walker with some brilliance.
Yeah, this is just individual brilliance by Sam Walker. He seems some space in behind. Just have a look on the Harvey Norman replay. Tessie knew he was actually up in the defensive line. He was at a defender, and he got his hand to it, Tessie knew, to try and bat the ball dead over the dead ball line. But Nat Butcher, he stayed in the fight, he stayed in the competition. Does he get his hands to it?
No.
Oh.
That's a try.
I think it's a try.
He did so well. He just delayed and hovered over the ball until he realised it was touching the ground. That was awesome. Great shots in slow motion. But when they come to the right-hand side, there's a bit of confusion because there seemed to be a lot of defenders, and one of them happened to be the fullback.
Look, Freddie puts a spell on the ball.
Mate, get that front view in slow-mo again.
He's got the twinkle fingers over the top of it.
Well, it's a smart play by Nat Butcher. He just, well, you watch, he just waits,
Slow-mo.
waits. Oh.
That is gold.
Well, this is a rapid start by the Roosters. They have been flawless, and Walker has nailed it. It's 12-0. Nat Butcher. He had the Steeden mesmerised. And the Roosters, well, they got Brisbane in a straitjacket. Haven't seen the ball yet.
No, well, Freddie spoke about the Broncos still being in the sheds. Like, just watching them then when they were waiting for Sam Walker to kick that conversion, they were standing almost on the dead ball line. Now, if you've got a team in the right frame of mind and the right attitude to get out there and attack this game, like you see teams pacing over the try line before the goal kicker even kicks the ball. So they're going to have to turn things around here pretty quickly.
Yeah, they're pushing through tackles almost on every play here. Tedesco, well, he's always hard to stop. Now Ezra Mann puts his body on the line in front of Matt Lodge, who keeps pushing through the tackle. Plays it 5 metres inside Brisbane territory. Walker. Ball taken at the back by Tessie New, but he is surrounded by Rooster jumpers, and he's dumped down in his own 10.
Well, I feel like it's only going to be discipline, Matt, that's going to get the Broncos out of their end. Taking a while to get behind the ball.
Here's young Dean Mariner playing his second NRL game. The 19-year-old Jensen now came out there for Flegler. Radley with a solid tackle, and Maria Hargreaves there as well. Now Haas. Oh, he doesn't go too far. Good line speed. Plenty of energy for the Roosters, with and without the ball. Now Reynolds wants a skimmer along the greasy SCG turf, and that's how greasy it is. Tedesco might have to put the chains on the wheels. It's a good return, though.
Chains Tedesco.
Yeah.
Well, they're full of running, full of energy tonight. Just look at this run here.
Oh, good tackle.
Thank you.
Oh, Turpin.
Yeah, it's Turpin that put himself in front of the big winger. And there goes Verrills, another good run.
Oh, Red Verrills is nearly through.
The key is they're all moving. The Broncos' defence is under that much pressure.
Now Manu.
Oh,
Oh, Brisbane are in all sorts in defence. The two markers are knocked over like 9 pins, and this kick by Walker's a fraction long. he was pretty patient there, wasn't he? Tessie knew. I think he realised how valuable it was to get back to the 20 with 7 tackles. Now Cobbo. Well, you wondered how much they'd missed Patrick Carrigan through the middle. I think we're getting the answer here.
Well, they're just lacking line speed, the Broncos, and they're giving up way too many metres to the Roosters. As Capewell, he makes an incision down this left-hand side. The Roosters are averaging over 50 metres a set.
Six again.
That last set, they just carried the ball for 70 metres. The Broncos, right now, 25 metres per set average.
All right, they get a fresh set of 6. See if they can work something up here inside the Roosters half. Oh, wow. Payne Haas has dropped one.
Well, I said before, the only way the Broncos were going to get out of their own end was from poor discipline.
Scrums in the middle.
They got a seven tackle set from a poor kick from Walker. And that's just hungry defence. There's people up around the ball. Looks like he's been poked in the eye.
It was Angus Crichton. That's unlucky.
Well, Angus is missing a finger, so...
Oh, that's what I mean. That's unlucky to get poked in the eye by Angus.
Oh, doink.
They're just busy, the Roosters. Sam Verrills, Luke Keary, just working the big man over.
Here's Tupou now. Thought on the back of that defeat at the hands of the West Tigers last week that would have been more cause for Brisbane to sharpen up coming here, but
you got to understand, man. You look at the team, the Broncos. 4 of their outside backs are 19 or 20 years old. Now, this is a young team still.
Oh, the Roosters have been flawless. And look at Manu now. Oh, 6 again too. And Manu running as he likes. More danger for the visiting Broncos. Lodge. Straight up the middle. Jensen there to make the tackle. Verrills to Keary, to Walker, Tedesco, Mamourovski. Oh, he went close. He nearly slid over the line. They were backpedaling there, the Brisbane outside men. Walker's been brilliant early. Radley goes for a run. Put down inside the 10. They head to the left. Walker with a kick to the end goal. Oh, Cobbo plated it. If he just waited a fraction, that might have rolled dead, actually. But he's backing his instincts tonight. Sam Walker, another pilot medical update. Danica?
Yes, we can see here Thomas Flegler. He's back out on the ground at the moment. He has passed his head injury assessment, which is a huge boost for the Brisbane Broncos, and he should be back on the field in about a minute's time.
No, he's trusting his instincts, Sam Walker.
Stay on.
Considering the last one he missed.
Now, Capewell's trying to make a jump at it, and the Roosters have got it back.
He must be a nightmare to coach against Sam Walker because he just backs his instinct all the time.
Yeah. Rhea Hargreaves. With a bullocking run, put down 8 metres out. Walker on the right-hand side. Away to Butcher. Mariner in there with a strong tackle up top. There's some assistance from Hetherington as well. Walker again, and Radley. 6 metres from the Broncos line, right in the middle of the ground now. They head to the left where Keary's waiting, and Crichton rampages onto one and scores the 3rd try for the Sydney Roosters. What a start.
Fantastic start by the Roosters, and again they go attacking that right edge of the Broncos. Let's watch this on the Harvey Norman replay. You can see Joseph Manu, he's tucked in behind there just to try and pull some defenders out of the line, and Katoni Staggs, he took the bait, which gave the Roosters a one-on-one opportunity with Adam Reynolds, and Crichton, he's just too big and too strong to stop from that distance.
Like that Butcher just had the nerve not to let the ball touch the ground. Just held the ball up and just dropped the arm over the line, so there was no double movement. I spoke earlier about both teams sending big attackers at smaller men. With all that movement around the back, just isolated Reynolds, and he's just too strong, Angus Crichton. Lockie?
Well, if you look at from the high shot, just have a look at the amount of players they've got on the left edge there and how good their formation is, the Roosters. And you know, Joey Manu comes over. He's the one that takes Tony Staggs away from the line and makes it one-on-one. But just have a look at all the players in motion, out the back, Tony Staggs, and then Crichton, again, just hits it at speed. One-on-one on the outside shoulder of a little man. You can't stop that. Clinical.
Really is.
They're all playing the same tune, the Roosters. When they're on the shorter blind side, it was just Tedesco going around the back. This time he had Hargreaves inside. Manu sweeping around from the right centre position. They're working hard off the ball.
Another one by Walker. 18-0. The Roosters on a rampage. The must-win nature of this game has brought out the best in Trent Robinson's men. Oh!
Tackle one.
Victor Radley.
Oh. It's like someone turned the tap on. Wow.
Oh, head clash with Jake Turpin.
Straight across the eye.
Oh, look at it.
Oh, look at that. That's awful.
That's too good a camera work.
Hope you're enjoying your dinner at home. Watching this one.
Whack a pie under that.
Yeah. Might enjoy it the other way up as well.
Oh,
man. So, how's Jake Turpin's melon?
Harder than Victor's.
oh. Yeah, he's a tough little number 9, Jake Turpin.
Off you go. Time on, tackle one.
Well, that's the only blow Brisbane have struck against the Roosters so far. Maria Hargreaves. How many stitches is that going to take, Brad? Oh, penalty. Third. That's another one.
Gotta get up.
They're just letting them out of their half.
Yeah, I think they'll put that gel aside. I'll go for the real stitches on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gel ain't going to do anything. There'll be about 8 in that, I'd say.
Ugh.
I'll ask him after the game.
Angus Crichton now. What's the possession? 70% of the ball. And Maria Hargreaves, he's had a big start. Jensen in there with Haas to make the tackle. Brisbane have to find a response and quick. Another errant ball which has been knocked on by Butcher in trying to clean it up.
Scrum. Scrum's in the middle. Okay. Yep.
And I'm not sure what they'd be thinking about up there.
Thank you.
That's about the first error the Roosters have come up with. That was one of those ones where
Together, boys. Heads in nice and tight. Just wait there, Sam. Gotta wait.
Yes, so Mariner just with the trainer there, he's okay, satisfied. Just a few cobwebs. He scored 4 tries on debut in the Queensland Cup, Dean Mariner, as an 18-year-old, round 1 this year, playing for Wynnum against Burleigh. 4 tries. He's obviously got some game.
He's carrying his left shoulder.
Well, leg pull now. Ezra Mam on the back of a tackle count restart. Capewell sends it away. Turpin for Flegler. Offload. Back to Mam. Sends it back to Capewell. And here's Mariner now. Stopped by Butcher and Maria Hargreaves. 25 short of the Roosters line. A try for Brisbane would at least steady the ship somewhat. Good run there by Jensen and a quick play of the ball as well. Now Ezra Mam sends it away. Oates, the wings open, and the Broncos do get themselves on the board.
Well, it's great work by the Broncos. The first time they've been in scoring position, and they come away with some points. I don't think Trent Robinson will be too happy with that from his team, but it was all off the back of that play ball there from Corey Jensen. Harvey Norman replay. Ezra Mam, we all know he's a very skillful young man. He's got great speed there just to tie up two defenders and create the overlap on the outside, but it was nice hands also by Capewell. You see here, Ezra Mam, he gets a couple of defenders interested. Kirk Capewell out the back. Nice hands by the back rower. And Corey Oates. Well, that might be... Is that his most tries in a season career? Could be.
He's having a great year.
He's too short, actually. So he's had 18 tries in 2016 and 2018.
Well, Joseph Suali's been making a name for himself coming in and jamming on that sweep runner. The experienced Kirk Capewell, who set up the set by actually getting the 6 again off the quick play of the ball. Beautifully comes around, draws in Joseph, and finds Corey Oates. Yeah, the run back on halfway at Sam Walker. Got the 6 again. Got the Broncos going forward.
And he's missed the kick from touch. Broncos on the board. 18 and a bit until half-time. Oh, deep restart. Oh, and can you believe that?
Look at Payne.
Oh, no.
What do I do now?
Where you go?
Oh. Corey Oates.
Sometimes it's not your night.
Shot clock on.
He's just scored a try, and this happens.
Well.
Oh.
Look at Payne.
Well, in that situation there, and as you can see, Corey Oates is dirty with himself. Short drop out.
This is a high one. They're going to get some jumpers around. It's been knocked on. They got the ball back.
Oh.
Eventually.
It's like a cake of soap at the moment down there.
It's really slippery, and the rain is continuing, albeit at a drizzle. Danica, gee, you're busy with the pilot medical updates.
Yes, very busy, but some good news, or some relatively good news for the Roosters. Victor Radley is still a chance of returning tonight if they can get the bleeding under control. He has been categorised as a Category 2, so showing Category 2 symptoms of a concussion. So that means he's not automatically ruled out of the game. He will have to pass his head injury assessment, though, and he has about 9 minutes remaining on that.
Okay, well, Brad said 8 stitches, so you need to find out what the number is. I'm saying more. Let's wait and see.
I'll guess 12.
Yeah.
Might be Staples.
Oh. Remember Michael DeVere when he got stapled up?
Dr. John Orchard, one of the greats.
The staple gun was hanging off his head.
He didn't have enough staples.
Mind you, John Orchard had given himself some staples earlier in the week in Origin camp. That was our doctor.
Did he love the staple gun?
Love you, Jono.
A high kick from Reynolds now. Mam chasing after it. And Tedesca. Pretty straightforward catch there in the end. There was no one really contesting the ball. And here goes Tupou.
Well, they need a better end of the set there. They scored the try. They're obviously unconvincing with Corey Oates dropping the ball over the dead ball line. They're in a really good position to finish down in towards the try line of the Roosters. Now the Roosters just marching up the field. We'll have a great opportunity, possibly finish with maybe a dropout or finish right on their try line.
Watson plays it almost on the 30. Bombs away Sam Walker. This kick's too long. Taken by Tessie New, and will run back to the 20 through a 7-tackle set.
Yeah, he just tried to get a little bit fancy with that one.
Oh, another one's fallen over.
He got a little bit fancy with that one, Sam Walker, where he tried to kick in field. The play was probably just a dink one into the nearest corner down here.
Do you think sometimes when you have like a Joseph Suali, you sometimes overcook it and you look for that kick all the time?
Yeah, you could, Freddie. I just think he's had some good results early, Sam Walker, with his kicking, so he just probably got a little bit overexcited there, as Flegler has a good carry.
Oh, and a much-needed one, too. They were stuck in the mud there, Brisbane. 5 short of the halfway. Here goes New, and away now for Haas. And tackle 4 now, Turpin. Reynolds over the top. Turns Tupou around, ball angled towards the corner, and Tedesco does well to get across their touchline. Darren Lockyer.
Yeah, just saying to Sam Walker, with the wind behind your back, the kicking high like that, it's always a risk. I mean, when you got greasy conditions like this, you can put it on the ground, because it's never easy picking a ball up on the ground in these sort of conditions for wingers and fullbacks. Trust me.
Yes. Oh. Almost an opportunity for an offload there with Keary looming up on Tedesco. Here's Manu again. He's eating up the yardage. They're running a long way before the Broncos defence is meeting them here.
That's twice Keary's ran through on support. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets one soon.
It's been a tentative start for Selwyn Cobbo. He might have copped a whack around the jaw there as well. He's got a feeling at the side of his face. So controlled, the Roosters, even in these conditions. Oates with a good run.
Great work by Hargreaves coming across. Helped out his smaller halves partner. Just got Oates around the legs.
Pass for Reynolds. Oh, that's a really good read. Mamourovski, with all his experience, raced in from centre and New was crunched as soon as he caught it. It's only a shallow kick by Reynolds. Oh, he had to get back there in a hurry. Good read by Walker. It's a penalty to the Roosters. They're offside. That was a funny kick. Was that a missed kick? Was that a tactic?
No, he's under all sorts of pressure, and it wasn't a great position to be kicking the football, but that's just the Roosters. They put a lot of work into this first part of the game. That was Mamourovski, I think, from marker. And Capo was judged to be offside or inside the 10. And they're just, apart from that one try by the Broncos, the Roosters have been camped down this end of the field.
They've got all the energy parts of their game intact. All the effort off the ball. Chasing from marker, chasing kickers, supporting.
An early entrance for Terrell May tonight, playing his 6th NRL game. Maria Hargreaves away to Walker. Ball went behind them. And Cobbo picked it up cleanly. Can he stay in the field of play? He does. Good work.
That's a big play by the young man for his team. Loose ball on the ground. Greasy conditions, as Lockie just spoke about. He was managed to stay in field.
That's the second time now, Cam. First time to the right, they got their pass wrong, and this time to the left, they got their pass wrong.
Jensen for Ezra Mam, and Tessie New joining in. Oh, he's in trouble. He knew that, and he managed to fling the ball back before he was taken over into the Brawongle stand. Now Reynolds, the outside men for the Roosters, have all rushed up. There's an overlap if he can force a pass out here, Ricky, but he's secured in the tackle. Another good one by Mamourovski. Payne Haas. Put down just shy of the halfway. Turpin, Reynolds splits the gap, wants it to stop, hit the post.
Nice kick.
And Ezra Mann with good energy down there, but Tedesco bumped away from another. Beaten up. Oh, penalty. Terrell May was standing in the way.
Obstruction.
I'd like to see the replay of this. It's hard to get out of the road. Plenty of Brisbane players come down. Beats the tackle of Ezra Mann. Oh, no. Palacia was obstructed, fair enough.
So 18-4. Let's see if the Broncos can make it 18-8, maybe 18-10. And their night's looking a whole lot brighter if they can bridge this gap right here. Nearly 10 minutes out until the break. Turpin. A pass for Flegler. Flegler! Oh, he nearly wriggled out of a tackle. 3 metres short. Turpin for Reynolds. Oh dear, the ball was behind him and he's dropped the pass.
Corey Oates loves this play. Comes from the left wing, sweeps around as a late runner.
Scrum's in the middle.
Just gets his timing wrong. Here comes Corey Oates, you can just see, running from behind. And I think Palacia just got his line wrong as well. He's supposed to come in. And he went out. There's plenty of Roosters defenders there anyway.
It was a similar play that the Roosters put on the other end, Freddie, wasn't it, when Crichton scored? And they flip an outside back from the opposite side of the field.
Seemed to be a big play. They haven't spent much time down here.
Another medical update for Pilot. Yes, Danica.
Yes, good news for the Roosters. Victor Radley is out here at the bench. He has passed his head injury assessment. He will be coming back onto the field. We can see there he's strapped up. We're waiting to get a bit of clarification as to whether it's staples or stitches, but there is still a little bit of blood coming from his head at the moment.
Oh, that's the big issue, Danica. We know you'll have the answer for us. We'll even give you half time to get it. Oh, look at that. Well, he stood up to him there, Turpin, didn't he?
He's mad.
Oh. Well, they're both mad, actually.
I reckon that's why he's starting tonight, Freddie. Jake Turpin.
They wanted a high tackle penalty, Brisbane, but not awarded by Todd Smith. He's had a big week, Todd Smith. His 18th game in NRL ranks tonight. He sent Nathan Cleary off last week. Played by Palacia. Reynolds for Flegler now. They're straining for every metre here, Brisbane. The Roosters are really making them earn it. Mariner, good footwork. Manu just threw an arm out there, but Walker got across to help. Six more.
Again.
On the last, if you don't mind.
Can we get an idea what was that for?
I think it might have been just holding on in the tackle too long, Freddie.
Here's Haas. The possession just starting to turn back a little bit in favour of Brisbane the last couple of minutes. Ezra Mann had his legs knocked away there by Sam Walker. Billy Walters on the ground. Flegler juggled it. But he fires a pass out for Reynolds. He thought about a kick. Then Ricky, contained well by Mamourovski. He's made a stack of tackles out there tonight. Walters, Reynolds, back to Ricky. Away from you. Staggs with all his power.
He's claiming it.
Okay, Joey. Tackle 5, we have no try. Just confirm he's held up and doesn't lose possession.
Well, he thinks he's okay.
He's playing the cameras, I think.
You can't hide from the camera, Freddie.
Well, he's done a great job just to pull through. There was plenty of
Change
defenders.
Oh.
No
At this stage,
chance.
the ball is up.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
No chance.
At no point can we see the ball on the ground. We have a decision.
As Tessie knew come around, there wasn't much space and there was plenty of Roosters jerseys But that sharp footwork just popped through the line and just give himself a chance. Couldn't quite get the ball down.
Only tackle 4, so they do get it back here. Playing the ball.
Looks like they're going to kick.
Reynolds. Oh, took a deviation and Radley was there to get it back. Well, that's a disappointing end. He doesn't normally miss with those close ones, Adam Reynolds. I suppose a little bit of encouragement, though, for the visitors in the last little while. Here's Watson. Late offload. Nice one. Backhander. Tedesco. He's slipping over and he still beats tacklers. Oh, Manu slid it out the back. Reynolds tried to grab it but missed it, and the ball goes out to the left here with Crichton. Crichton against Staggs. Ball's on the ground. It's picked up again by Cobber. That was tidy, wasn't it? Here's New from fullback. He beats Manu. Ball goes away to from there. You ain't beat Suali, old mate.
He's back.
Boom! He's undone the good work. Oh, he's got...
No, I can't agree with that. He had every right to hold his place there.
Oh.
He doesn't leave Ezra once. He has every right to steal a bit of time. And at no stage did Ezra look like he had a good grip of the ball. He's lost it there, trying to get up too quick. Yeah, I can't agree with that.
Well, that's the issue at the moment we have, isn't it, Freddie? And people are talking about these multiple defender tackles and they're ugly and they're not great for the game. A defender's not rewarded for a good one-on-one tackle anymore.
Yeah. He deserved every bit then, Joseph.
We've got more blood than a Quentin Tarantino movie out there tonight. Here's Ricky now. And the tackle well by Keary, who sprints out from marker. Flegler with Haas now. Well, Palacia risk giving away an obstruction penalty. He went through the line, though, so the referee was all right with it. They are on the 10, and they've had a bit of ball back now. Brisbane, here's Capewell. Good tackle. Walker around the bootlaces. Played back to Mam. Reynolds, he's got plenty of time to kick here, and who's the leaper? It's Staggs. Ah, well done. That was a really good take, and there's a penalty coming because Staggs played the man and not the ball. It's Paul Mamourovski again.
Yeah. Good player, Paul Mamourovski.
Well, he set himself for this game, hasn't he?
He has. Very skillful player, Paul Mamourovski. He's been at a few clubs now. I spent a bit of time with this man at the Melbourne Storm. Great defender, great with the football. A well-rounded game.
All right. We have a decision on the stitches for Pilot Medical. Danica.
Yes, we have official word. I just spoke to the Roosters doctor. He's done a pretty remarkable job. He says they are stitches, no staples. He's done less than 8. He said actually it was around 6 because he didn't have a lot of time in there, but there will be more stitches coming later on. He said he had to get it done pretty quickly.
All right.
Remarkable job they do under pressure.
Yes, well, the question is now, is this the full... We have to wait until we've got the full stitches job.
He'll be getting them after the game.
It's the easiest part to split, the eyebrow. There wouldn't be a footballer that hasn't got some sort of scar on the eyebrow.
The doctors just said, come back later. I'm too busy to finish the job properly. That's not what you want to hear. Here's Victor. Walker, that was an awkward kick. He wasn't in a great position. Cobbo takes it with relative ease, high above the pack.
Well, with the stitches, and particularly with the eyebrows, they usually just tape it up, Tomo. They worry about the stitches after the game, but that, yeah, as we've seen in the pictures earlier, that was a bad one.
Oh, huge tackle! A huge shot. The ball's come free too.
Oh, that was a tackle.
Oh, that is super stuff, and it's Victor, the inflictor. He's opened up his cut again. Get the needle out, Doc.
You have to go get that clean up, mate.
Well, he's going to have to go
Victor,
off.
second cut, you're going to have to go.
Second, I went on the first one.
Yeah, no, but you're going to have to go again, mate.
What, for the half?
No, just cleaned up.
He should have done the full job.
This side. I'll wait to get someone on
They're
the
not
blocker.
stitched. That's not stitched up.
Oh!
Well, it's not too different from Jake Turbin's tackle in the first half on Victor.
Unbelievable contact.
Yeah, but mate, it's quite all over it.
There's no complaint from Corey.
You ready? You got someone on again without him.
Well, they're trying to mop the blood up. So, and there's more tape coming out, so he's going to have to wait again. Scrum feed, centre field. Oh, another one's hit the ground, and Cobbo's going to get the ball back again, and Selwyn Cobbo's got a bit of room to work in here. How many passes is that, Brad, that have hit the ground?
3.
Yeah, that's the
At
third.
least.
Twice over the left-hand side. They just lost that little bit of confidence with their attack, the Roosters.
You sense the door's ajar here. Inside 2 minutes until the break.
Victor's back on the field.
Pass. That's his usual style. Now Flegler. Good run off an inside ball. They're up inside the 20. Reynolds is organising his outside men. Walters goes away from him and takes them on himself. Billy Walters, backhanded flick, and Ricky is going to be tackled on play 5.
Yeah, Connor Watson did a great job there. Firstly, the inside ball to Flegler was a beauty from Adam Reynolds. And Connor Watson just managed a way to drag him down. But not only that, he won the tackle. And then got to marker. And then when Billy Walters jumped out, was ready to make the next tackle. Really big couple of plays for Connor Watson.
Here's Manu firing out to Tedesco. That's your combination, isn't it? Now Crichton.
That's the third time Luke Keary's ran past a possible offload.
Tedesco with half-time, not too far away. The ball's been lost in a really good tackle. It was a loose-ish carry by Mamourovski, and that will see us out for the first half. Well, Cam, I'm just wondering how you see the back end of that first half, because the Broncos have stemmed the bleeding, so to speak.
You threw the ball away.
And they've had some opportunities with the ball. We've got 7 seconds until the break. The Broncos form the scrum.
Well, if I'm a part of this Broncos outfit, and if I was coach Kevin Walters, I'd actually be pleased with this result. The way the Roosters started, this could have been 30 at half-time, but 18-4, they're well and truly in this match. We've seen last week the Roosters, they did a similar thing. They started really well against Manly, and then just lack of ball control, it cost them.
Reynolds away to Ezra Mam, bumped off Joey Manu there, but the half ends there.
They made 18 errors last week, and the majority in the second half. They were in control.
Yeah, red hot start from the Roosters. The Broncos have got one back through Corey Oates, but it is a handy advantage for the home team here at the break. It's 18-4. He's got the head well bandaged up. They're winning the meterage battle significantly here. The Roosters, they've run for over 1,000 metres in the first half, and they're doing this lacking a little bit of their usual grunt man up front. No Talkeaho, no Lindsay Collins, and no Egan Butcher. So this is a really impressive performance early on. It is only one half of football though, and Brisbane will feel like they've just been able to get themselves back in the game slightly, albeit at 18-4. A dash there by Walters, and sent away for Payne Haas to charge up the middle. He's been well contained by the Roosters defenders tonight. 11 short of the halfway when he was stopped. Ezra Mam has a look at them. He's a very potent ball runner. Only in his 10th NRL game. 5 tries, 5 try assists for Ezra Mam in the early stage of his career. This is a hanger. Oh! And Tedesco let it fly over his head, and he got the right bounce.
That was a smart play by Teddy. I think a lot of the older fullbacks watching this game back at home would say you need to catch those ones, but I think he's seen the momentum that football had. Strong breeze behind the Broncos in the second half. Good play by the captain.
So the Roosters with a chance to climb to 7th on the table with victory here. Suali with a nice offload, and there's Tedesco again. As always, scouting around the ball. Walters and Ricky there in defence. Here's May. Verrills now and Watson. Stopped by Walters with Flegler. And that's tackle 3. Again, they've carried the ball a long way up the field here. And Crichton will go over the 20. And Flegler and Ricky the defenders that time. They head to the right-hand side. Walker for Tedesco. Oh, there was a half chance for Oates. He got a glove on it, but it didn't stick.
Well, there weren't too many shifts in that set of 6. You heard the coach talk about how he wanted less fancy. Let's go home. Let's go through the middle. On the last tackle, there was some space on the outside, and Teddy could see Corey Oates coming up out of the line. He had to get a little bit higher. Corey Oates is about 6'5". There was nearly a try either way there.
They're playing with a full set now, and Suali with a blockbusting run. He runs at full pelt. They take some stopping, this young bloke. 4 out. Verrills tries to spin his way over. Plays it right on the goal line. Sent from Watson. Keary underneath. And they're bumping out of these first attempts at tackle here, the Roosters. Crichton stopped within 4 of the line. Ball goes through Keary, and Walker left man behind. Flegler was there. They're trying to bang the door down just after the break, and a strong run by Butcher, who scores. Butcher over for his 2nd try of the game.
Well, once again, sending the bigger man at the smaller defender. This time as Ezra Mam. The movement around the back of the Roosters took the attention. Who was it, of Mariner and Corey Oates. Gives the ball up flat. Mariner had gone past the ball on the Harvey Norman replay. And bulldogs his way over the line and manages to get the ball down. Players in movement, pass out in front. I've got to say, great work by Nat Butcher, Lockie.
It was the first try from Crichton in the first half. It's that outside man for the Broncos going out who creates a one-on-one. It was a double pump there from Keary, which got Mariner out the back, and then the one-on-one outside shoulder. He still had plenty of work to do, Butcher. So they executed that one well. And you see here just double pumps. And that gets Mariner's interest out the back to Tedesco. And then Butcher still had a bit to do. This will show up good. There's that double pump there that gets, and then the outside shoulder of the little man. I like that camera angle. It's good. Well done, the Roosters. Good start for the second half.
Broncos outside men won't like it much in the video review, Darren. It's an inexperienced side there, isn't it? And Brad's spoken about the youth in this Brisbane lineup. Mariner's 2nd game, and Ezra Mam in his rookie season. And Walker is striking it beautifully. Yes, you'd imagine he'd be a coach's dream, Nat Butcher. Can play anywhere in the forward pack and doing a great job on that edge with no Suali.
Flegler's in trouble again.
Monitoring Tom Flegler, who had an HIA in the first half, and there's been a lost ball.
We have the scrum. Scrum's here in the middle. Shot clock is on.
Yeah. Loose carry, trying to play it quickly. So a little chance here for Brisbane. Telstra is proud to be the naming rights partner of the NRL Telstra Premiership for 21 consecutive years this season. Centre field scrum, 20-metre line. Reynolds feeds, and then they head towards the right-hand side, and that was a pressure pass. He did well to take that, Tessie knew, but he got feasted upon by Daniel Tupou. Here goes Ricky now. A try scorer in each of his last 2 games before tonight. They dearly need a try now, the Broncos. Haas. Stopped by Watson. Play to Walters. Reynolds out the back. Katoni Staggs one-on-one with Mamourovski, who missed him the first time, but the reinforcements came.
Again, Luke Keary offside.
Flegler still going. Tackled well there by May, and down underneath that Sam Verrills. Walters for Reynolds. Look how fast they've come up. Ezra Mam. Well, they were all out of the defensive line and nearly up past the ball. All the Roosters there. Reynolds, Flegler. Ball out the back. Reynolds flicked it along the ground, and they've just maintained possession. Palacia. For Mam, nothing doing. He's got to go to ground with it. Watson came out to put him down.
Need to finish this set off well.
Pass for Reynolds. Tries to get on the outside. Ball goes to New, to Staggs. He's going to roll it through. It's off a Rooster leg.
No.
Okay, Roosters play the ball, not played at.
Not played at.
We've ruled not played out the Roosters there, play the ball.
Well, that'll be Roosters play the ball. Sorry, Freddie. It was quite a messy set there by the Broncos. A lot of players overrunning the football. A little bit unsure of their role in the set plays.
You just see the loss of Patrick Carrigan in that set. Just organising the forwards through the middle. He distributes to the backs when they get too tight. It was obvious that they missed him in that set.
Oh, there's a brilliant run by Radley. There's Pat Carrigan. It's going to be a long 4 weeks for him. And Watson's been running powerfully too. Oh, they're all on the front foot. This is as good as they've looked all year. An offload there, as late as it gets for Tedesco. He's tackled in the last here. Ricky with a dumping shot on the Roosters captain. Keary dinks a high ball up. Cobbo's underneath it. They allow Tupou to make the catch. Oh! And Keary nearly had the line wide open. It was only a desperate tackle from behind which stopped him.
He's going to get the ball sooner or later. He's been there every time just in case. This time Daniel Tupou was able to get rid of the ball and find Keary.
Here's Reece Kennedy. Haven't seen a lot of him.
He can kick early here, Adam Reynolds. He can kick early if he wanted to. There's opportunity.
Mariner now up against Manu. And Walker's over there as well. And they get up inside the Roosters half. Tackle number 4. And here's Kennedy once again. End over end high kick. Aimed towards Tupou, who takes it safely. And runs it out past his 10. Put down by Kobe Hetherington. Jordan Ricky there as well. 24-4. The Roosters fighting for a place in the finals. They've only once failed to make the finals under Trent Robinson's tenure as coach. This is the 10th year he's been in charge of the club. We've got a forward pass.
Yeah, that's off Joseph Suali. That's the second offload.
Scrums in the middle, shot clock on.
Just from hitting the ball up. He's a handful.
No, was that
that's
one?
That's a Verrills pass.
Yeah, Verrills to Tedesco. Marginal call, but it goes against the hosts.
Well, this is where Adam Reynolds needs to combine with Billy Walters playing in the dummy half position. Ezra Mam as well. Tessie New trying to build some sort of sequence in these 6 tackles.
Here's Tessie New into a little hole. Oh, they'll do well to stay in. There's a couple of inches in from the touchline. Cobbo for Staggs. Now Kennedy runs into Watson. And some assistance from Matt Lodge. 11 short. Reynolds for Kate Wall. There was a corner forward pass, but it came from the Roosters defender, and that doesn't count. 6 metres short. They need a try big time here. Reynolds out the back to New. He's going to roll it towards the end goal, and he's almost kicked that one into the Hoyt cinema over the back.
Well, Daniel Tupert did a good job there by taking Selwyn Cobbo out of play. It was Tessie New. Because the ball stood up on the kick as Reynolds spreads it out. New puts it onto the toe, and as Selwyn comes through, the ball pops up here. Tubes gives him a nudge, takes him out of play.
Yeah, damaging run there by Lodge. And Maria Hargreaves, his fuel tank is on full, and he's back out there for the second half.
Strong carry.
Yeah, right in the middle of the ground. And Lodge, he wants more football. That's a good run too. He's had 2 hit-ups of 15 metres each on this set. Watson. And causing problems for the big man in defence, Connor Watson, with his footwork. Lodge away for Keary. Can't get in between defenders. Walters there. Reynolds there. Kennedy there too. Playing just outside the 20. Sam Walker sends it skyward. Mamourovski's trying to make a run for it. He's locked that forward there. Selwyn. Oh, it's still the last. I could have swore he got a hand on that, Cobbo. Meanwhile, the kick goes to the other side of the ground, where Suali gets it away. Manu juggles. There's a third kick coming. Manu over the top, and the ball is tapped back towards Tessie New. And that is quite a remarkable little passage of play there, and we got a penalty after all of it.
Well, that was great footy all round by both the Roosters and the Broncos. It looked like Joey Manu was going to come up with a miraculous play here. As we see the bat back by Suali, a nice little chip kick by Joey Manu, but look at Capewell's work. Just a little casual little bat back to the fullback, Tessie New. Great footy all round.
Here's Kennedy. He's a big, strong thing, Reece Kennedy. He doesn't get a lot of game time in the top grade, but he's all power. He's heading to England next year, actually. Played some football at Souths as well. Hetherington. Good tackle. Connor Watson. Kennedy for Reynolds. They head out to Staggs, and the ball got away to Cobbo's forward pass. It isn't working for the Broncos tonight.
Yeah, the outside backs from the Roosters, Mamourovski and Tupou.
Scrums in the middle.
Luke Keary doing a great job. Well, they're just trying to spook him. Luke Keary sprints up out of the line, gets him nervous, and then tucks back into his defensive line. Just getting that outside. The outside Broncos attackers a little bit nervous, getting them jumpy. when you got that inside chase, and the Roosters at the moment are working so well, it allows you to push them towards the sideline like the Roosters. They go up and give them a scare, and then just run them to a sideline.
It's a mixed night, Joseph Suali. He's been willing. Not everything's gone his way. He's going to push and shove with another teenager there too, indeed Mariner. Maria Hargreaves plays it just shy of the halfway. Now Verrills. He's been linked with a possible move to the Gold Coast next year. 6 again. Lodge gets it away to his front row mate. And JWH 32 metres short of the Brisbane line with Kennedy in there along with Ricky. Another 6 again. Here's Watson. There might be another one coming here. Oh, they're all over him.
There'll be a sin bin the next one.
Yeah, Lodge off an inside ball. The tackle count mounting up against the Broncos. Are the Roosters ready to strike again? Watson, Keary with a dummy. Got away to Mamourovski and Tupou down the wing, and I reckon he might have scored.
Hey, Joey.
I reckon they'll check his feet.
Have no try.
Well, he's made the most of it. He wasn't given much room.
He doesn't often get it wrong.
No, he tiptoed down this left-hand touchline. Just check his boots here. See if they stay in the field of play.
Well, it's going to be easy to tell you got the red or the blue.
Oh,
it's a knock.
He dropped the ball.
Don't worry about the boots.
loses possession of the ball in the in-goal area. We have a decision.
Well, everything prior to the drop was brilliant. The only way he could get around the defender was by actually catching the ball behind him at speed. He did that. He got himself over the line, but the defence just got the better of him. Just watch him ball, catches the ball behind him at speed to get around Cobbo, and Katoni Staggs once again comes up with another try saver. There's 2 for the game for Katoni.
Oh, Kennedy hammered.
Joey, get out of there! Put him back down.
Well, still 23 minutes to go. There's plenty of time. They need to camp down here for 10 minutes, I think, the Broncos.
Katoni Staggs, he scored once in his last 10 games. Having a bit of a dry spell for try scoring. Katoni Staggs started the year in blistering form. Now Kennedy, he's a beast. So strong. He's got his team within 5 metres of the line. They've got to come away with points here, Fancy. Hetherington. Stop there in the tackle of Watson. They head to Ezra Mam. He's going to roll it through. And the kick doesn't find the end goal.
I don't think that was the right play. And a couple up their sleeve as Suali brings the ball off the line strongly. Great carry by the young man. He's still going.
Wow.
I think if he had his time again, Ezra Mam would have held the ball and played that set out. Well,
offload.
Okay, first Joey Manu, then Brisbane.
but it's like the Broncos they've been spooked tonight, Freddie. They've been spooked by the way that the Roosters have defended them. They've got great line speed. We may have a captain's challenge here.
Challenge from the Roosters. Challenging the decision of knock on.
They've had great line speed. They've got up on their playmakers in Ezra Mam and Adam Reynolds.
Just looking to determine if there's a knock-on from the Roosters. Joey Manu attempts to offload the ball backwards. He brings it then in a forward direction and it strikes Reece Kennedy's arm, constituting a knock-on. Challenge unsuccessful.
Really? There's like 20 arms in there. Like one of those Hindu.
20 arms.
One of those Hindu statues.
20 arms. That's 10 people.
There were arms everywhere.
Yeah, they look spooked. Let's just see what the Broncos have got this time. They've scored 1 try tonight. It was down their left edge. Should go back that way again and test out the Roosters again.
Staggs pokes into a hole. Oh, he's been held there. Look at that. Hargreaves. He dragged Luke Keary away like it was a dad and a kid at a playground. Get over here, you've had enough. 5 metres out. Long ball. Reynolds, and man, that's way forward. Oh, he's going to let it go.
Serious.
He's let it go. It's a try.
Unless it's come off a Roosters' hand.
It's either, it can't have been thrown back either. Wow. He says it's a try.
That might have been the 39-kilometre wind that Lockie was talking about in the beginning of the match. But that was the side. That was the left edge I was just talking about. They went down there in the first half and scored points. Harvey Norman replay. Ezra Mam. There's plenty of space outside Suali. I think that ball's drifted forward about 3 metres.
Well, he's saying it was passed backwards but drifted forward. So I'll let you two gentlemen examine that.
Strong breeze, as we spoke about before the game. But the space was there, and Ezra Mam, he was good enough to get the ball out to where it needed to be, and that was in Corey Oates' hands.
Oh, and the crowd just saw it.
The big man. He doesn't give up too many opportunities like that.
Well, Joey Manu was the one that came out to try to spook Ezra this time. And Ezra's sharp footwork just got on the inside of him, which allowed him to throw the pass, and Reynolds makes it 10.
That man's equalled his best try-scoring seasons with that. So 18 in the year for Corey. Now, this is a list of Brisbane's greatest ever comebacks.
Corey Oates scored 3 tries in the last game against the Roosters. Could be on track for another hat-trick.
So 22 against the Titans, 20 against the Titans in the last 2 years, 20 this year and 22 last year. Well, there's ample time. There's just under 20 minutes to go.
That was the short kickoff game, wasn't it? The Titans took the short kickoff, was it? When they were up by 14.
Oh, that was the one. Coach is still scratching his head. Reynolds now. Towards Tupou. Pressure. Tupou is trapped. He's got one right there, Reynolds. That was beautifully weighted.
It was a great kick, Tomo. He weighted that one beautifully, used the breeze, sat it back. Tupou actually thought it was going to come down a little bit further in field. You see him there. He's out near the 10-metre line, but he ends up taking the ball about 2 metres from his own try line. And Cobbo, that's a great chase.
It was a nice place to finish the set of 6.
Behind the line.
So Daniel Tupou couldn't go too far back. Short kick.
Oh, it's going to bounce for the Roosters. It's a knock-on.
It was off Luke Keary.
Or was there a Brisbane hand on this first before the Roosters knocked it on?
Scrums in the middle, shot clock's on.
Well, they've lost their challenge, haven't they?
It's my ruling, mate.
Well, he's called a knock-on by Roosters, but I'm sure Mamourovski was in front of...
Well, the ball just
watch where Mamourovski is here. He rules knock-on of Keary. Mamourovski's in front of him.
Well, Adam Reynolds actually touches the ball into Luke Keary and then goes forward into Mamourovski. So, well, that's what happens when you throw your challenge away.
Oh, Billy didn't know what was doing. They didn't give him much choice. He's tackled there by Verrills. He's Hedrick turn. See another one here, boys, and we've got a real finish, haven't we? They're 5 metres out. Looping pass. Reynolds fires it over to Mariner. Tackled strongly by Manu. Here's Corey Jensen now. Into Lodge. And Rhea Hargreaves there. A metre short where he'll play it. Walters. And back to Kennedy. Oh. Last tackle. Reynolds pokes it through. And dived on by Sam Walker.
Well, the Broncos' attack just gave it away there. There was no one in a position to catch the ball. They were all pushing through for the kick, so the Roosters' defence just filed back. And there's Sam Walker and other Roosters just waiting for the ball.
Tedesco. Look at that for a run out of dummy half. Saturday night footy's back on 9. We're heading to Shark Park for a massive clash between Cronulla and St George, the Southern Sydney derby. Tune in from 7 p.m. on Saturday night. And the only place you'll see it live and free here on 9's Wide World of Sports. Saturday night footy. Too much footy's never enough. Oh, Cobbo rattled up by a big shot.
This is the best time too. There's some big games coming up.
Yeah.
3, Sam Verrills.
Oh, Verrills.
Yeah, it's the
Got
defender.
his head in the wrong spot and is feeling every bit of it there.
3. Yep. Thank you. Just be back a step here, boys.
All right, that's no surprise. Verrills to the sideline. Drew Hutchison, Mr. Fix-It, about to come out there for Trent Robinson.
Tackle 3, boys.
They wanted an obstruction call there, the Roosters faithful. Here's Kennedy. It certainly hasn't looked as fluent as it normally has for the Broncos. Another testing kick, this one. Tupou flew. There was a real contest for it.
Daniel Tupou.
Tupou's knocked it on.
Well, that was a smart kick. It wasn't for distance. He kicked the ball
Scrums in the
so
middle.
Selwyn
Shot clock
Cobbo
was on.
could compete for the ball. And apart from scoring a try, this is the next best result.
Yeah.
Toops has the ball, but Selwyn Cobbo keeps fighting, puts an arm in there and draws the error.
Well, they've got to find one here, Cam,
You got
don't
the
they?
shot clock, Roosters.
Absolutely. And it starts with his first play. Billy Walters has to find a player on the move. At least asked a question on this first tackle. Corey Oates.
That's a tough tackle. Victor Radley, Sam Walker, well done.
Jensen. Can the Broncos start to haul this lead back in? The defence up so fast for the Roosters. Cable nearly through. Great tackle, Walker. Ezra Mann, Jensen again with a hit up. His run-ins at 3 metres out from the line. Tackle made by Butcher. Ball fired out to Payne Haas. Now to Adam Reynolds. Oh. Couldn't have been any more to Paul Mamourovski, that one.
Well, they've handled that shape that the Broncos are throwing at them, particularly on this right-hand side, really well tonight, the Roosters. What they're doing is they're actually allowing Adam Reynolds to go deep into the defensive line. And then the outside defenders of the Roosters, and in particular Paul Mamourovski, he's just getting up in the passing lane. So it's adding a bit of confusion to the Broncos' attack, and we've seen balls on the ground, and that time there he scooped up a loose ball. Lockie.
They worked out Adam Reynolds. They just, as you said, mate, they're allowing him to dig into the line and then just take the time away from his pass by moving up on his outside men. So they're on the attack now, the Roosters.
Yeah, and Watson, he's been a brilliant spark tonight. Keary, Ezra Mann ran straight past him and Keary goes over to score.
Well, he's been brilliant tonight, Luke Keary. He hasn't had much luck. He's been in space a lot without the ball. This time, he creates the space himself. Has the ball in 2 hands. On the Harvey Norman replay, once again, look at the Roosters. All in motion, dummy inside, ball in 2 hands. Throws the early dummy, and too quick for Ricky.
So Luke Keary gets across to make it 28 points to 10. The Broncos had quite a few chances in succession down on the Roosters line, but Keary sucked them all in on the outside and ran through. They hardly got a finger on him.
Well, he's gone past Kurt Capel, one of the better defenders. But he's been working hard, Luke Keary. 3 or 4 times he's gone through the line with support. They haven't quite found him. Daniel Tupou found him. He got dragged down a metre from the line. This time he does it all himself. Ball in 2 hands. That's the secret. Keeps him guessing. Had all the Brisbane defenders looking around at everyone except for him.
Time off. Stay inside. You ready, Matty? Stay on!
Short kick off by Reynolds now.
Offside! First Broncos.
The magic of the Premiership is that it is real. 16 teams chasing the same dream of Premiership glory. Experience the Premiership live. Get your seats, nrl.com/tickets. So a challenge here by Brisbane.
If the score stays the same, the Roosters, by winning.
Brawl strikes Corey Oates' arm. I'm just looking to see the direction it travels. The ball then travels in a forward direction. We have a decision. Challenge is unsuccessful.
Just saying, the Roosters if they win and the score stays as it is, with a healthy margin, they'll end up 37 points ahead of South Sydney on for and against, on the same points of 24. So it starts to put a bit of pressure on South Sydney, and
Heads down.
they need to get off 8th and start putting some pressure on those teams above them. And with wins like this, not only getting the 2 points, but with a healthy for and against, they'll start looking over their shoulder.
Yeah, well, if they go on and do the job here, it'll be 4 in a row for them. Tedesco running as hard as we approach the last 10 minutes as he was in the opening minute. That's what Brad is telling you there. The for and against has the Roosters up in 7th, and the Rabbitohs still with a game in hand this weekend. They're finding form at the right time of the year. Played on the 10-metre line by Watson. Maria Hargreaves now. Stopped by Reece Kennedy. 5 metres out. The kick by Walker, knocked back and cleaned up by the Broncos. And here's Mariner. They're offside.
Just well early.
So the run home for the Roosters. The Cowboys here. The Tigers here. Storm away. Next 3 games coming up for them. So.
And in the last game, Matt.
Across the road.
You and I went for a bit of a look-see earlier on.
How good is it?
Oh, it is incredible.
The new Allianz Stadium will take the wrapping off that in the final round of the Premiership. Roosters Souths.
We're covering that one.
My word, we are. Oh, Kennedy dump. Good tackle. Drew Hutchison. Down the right-hand side to New. They got him covered well.
Once again, Keary coming up out of the line. Just putting some confusion amongst the ball players.
A little offload. Jensen, tap on. It's gone backwards there off Mariner. Picked up by Oates. Quick play the ball. Reynolds. He hasn't really nailed any of these last tackle kicks so far tonight. Up she goes. And Tupou comes down with the cherry.
Freddie just spoke about the importance of the victory tonight and where this could potentially place the Roosters. We see another error by
What do you want the scrum?
the Tricolours.
Scrum's in the middle.
I think that's Paul Mamourovski. He's had a great game. But so many of these teams, you could even chuck the Melbourne Storm in there, sitting 4th right now. There's so many of these teams from 4th all the way down to 9th. They actually play each other several times throughout the last month of football. So keep a close eye on the competition over the next month. There still could be some changes yet in this top 8.
Well, the Broncos actually play Melbourne as well, and Parramatta.
Well, if Para win tomorrow, they can jump over Brisbane. So the Broncos' life becomes a bit awkward towards the back end of the year too. This will be a 2nd consecutive loss for them. It's picked up by Capewell. He's going to go through and he's going to get it down.
Well, he's tried hard all night, hasn't he, Kurt Capewell? He has a little try celebration there. I think that's gold.
That's gold. He's gone old school.
That's a blast from the past.
Paul Harrigan,
the chief.
He pumped.
Harvey Norman replay. It's Payne Haas. He takes the ball in strong and bumps off. Was it 3 defenders out to Jensen? The bat on by Ezra Mam. Well, Kurt Capewell, he's done it the hard way. He's beat 4 defenders there.
Once again, Joey Manu come up out of the line, and when you come flying from the centre, you need to stop the ball. Reynolds makes it 16. There's twice he's come up now and hasn't stopped the ball.
Here's Capewell. Now, is there a that's goal? Are you saying there's a that's goal? We'll look after. We'll keep it on the vision. Saturday night footy. It's back on 9. We're heading down to Shark Park for a massive clash. There it is. Cronulla and St George, 7 p.m. Saturday, right here live and free on 9's Wide World of Sports. That was a that's gold. Some of his teammates out there wouldn't even have a clue what that's gold means. They wouldn't have been old enough to watch the footy show.
Well, Paul Harrigan will know. You just put the Jason recliner back now.
Jason recliner.
Here it is. Here it is.
Yeah,
that's gold.
Nice.
Just dip the little biscuit in the cup of tea. Enjoy your night, Chief.
Was he wearing a robe or something? It's very Hugh Hefner what you just described there. Milk Arrowroot.
For sure.
Don't leave it in there too long, Chief. It'll break off and ruin your cup of tea. So 30-16. Roosters dynamic in the opening 15 minutes of this game, and then again after half time. But the Broncos, they've been gutsy. They've lacked polish, haven't they? They've rattled up some big scores this year, and they've looked wonderful in attack at times too throughout the season. Tonight, they've just had something missing, and I suppose the logical answer to that is the absence of Carrigan. He's the big omission because of the suspension. There's Reynolds, whacks it up in the air, and Tedesco takes it safely.
You can see the difference with the Roosters and the Victor Radley, and Penrith with an Isaiah Yeo, and South Sydney with a Cam Murray, where you've got smart ball players through the middle who can read when to pass and when to run. And Brisbane have had the luxury of Carrigan. His game has developed so much this year, Patrick Carrigan. And the benefit everyone gets from that is just more space and more time.
Yeah, he's been an integral part of their season, Freddie, hasn't he? He suffered a knee injury, spent some time on the sideline, and since that return earlier in the year, he's just... I think Teddy's been caught high here, just a lazy one. Reece Kennedy, I think it was, just a little lazy effort.
Imagine getting that on your 240th metre.
Luke, you're on the mark there.
Seriously?
So, just on Carrigan, they had won 4 games this season without him before tonight.
Yeah, well, there you go, and it can happen. I just think that they weren't ready. They got caught in the blocks tonight. Freddie spoke about that in the first half, and Roosters were fantastic. They started the game with a lot of energy. They just took the game away from the Broncos in the first 20 minutes.
Pretty tough conditions too. You've got a slippery surface, it's a hard surface, and their ball control and just their execution was unbelievable early on.
And Ben Thomas has gone out on the ground too for his first involvement. What a ball! That was magnificent by the main man Tedesco, and Suali is the beneficiary. It's hard to describe just how good that is.
Well, they tried it earlier. They didn't quite get it right with Corey Oates getting in the passing lane and just being too tall. This time it's a very similar play what we saw before. Keary out the back to Tedesco, and he just throws it. On the Harvey Norman replay, look at the space out there. It's 10 metres.
Quick as a flash. He had that one out on Suali's lap.
Well, because there's so much space, Oates has to come in on the player. He can't pick and choose there. He had to come in on the player. And Tedesco in the one passing motion just found the right player, Suali, in plenty of space.
Yeah, a fantastic pass by James Tedesco. Showed great skill to get the ball out to Suali on the chest. There it is there. Lovely looping pass out to the winger. He knew exactly where he needed to be on the end of that pass by Tedesco, but the work by the players on the inside was their line running. Every player knew their role. Their timing was fantastic. And that's what created the space out on the outside for this young man.
You'll get winded doing that too, Joseph. It's all fun and games till you're lying in the in goal and you can't breathe, mate. Take a tip. Just score the try. Nothing worse than being winded.
That one's off target. He struck everything sweetly up until that point, Sam Walker. Don't forget, there's still plenty more coming up after the footy. We'll break down all the talking points from tonight's game. We'll head into the Roosters sheds as well. Maybe Victor Radley will let us have a look at his cut. And what's JT loving this week? Joey's in the firing line, I'm told. We'll get that cheeky laugh from JT. 13 tries, 13 games for Joseph Suali this year. 34-16. Are the Roosters back? It's been a brilliant performance at times tonight, and they were excellent in the first half against Manly last week too, albeit a depleted Manly lineup. A pilot medical update, Danica.
Yes, just a quick update on Roosters. Sam Verrills, he has failed his head injury assessment, so he'll be watching these last 2.5 minutes from the sidelines.
Maybe from a warm shower. Thank you, Danica. Oh, the Roosters back, Freddie.
Well, I don't think they can afford to think they're back because they've just got too hard to run in. But they're playing some very good football.
Here's Manu.
Yeah, and I think
Doesn't matter.
Someone's taken off the ball there.
Possession. No, not quick. It's back here. Because
I
James
think that will
over
be
here-
the test for the Roosters is the next few games that they play. They've got some pretty difficult opposition that they're playing. They got the Cowboys next week running second, then they got West Tigers, and then followed by Storm and the Rabbits. Now they've won 3 in a row. It'll be 4 tonight, but they've taken on teams sort of sitting a lot lower on the ladder than them. The big test will be coming in the next few weeks.
If they come through those games, though, Cam, they've got some form going into the finals. I mean, it could be a positive thing for them.
Absolutely, absolutely. You take some good form against some quality opposition in the finals, then you're always going to be a threat.
And you get a Lindsay Collins back and a Suwa Takiaho, and all of a sudden, a few big game players. Some teams will be looking over their shoulder.
Here's Hutchison. Just denied. Bit of desperation on the goal line by Kennedy. Now Manu out to Keary and then to Walker. Fires a pass away and Tupou goes to ground. It's a long way down from there, especially in the last minute. Walker. Pinpoint kick. Ball's gone back in the direction of the Roosters. Tedesco's coming around the back trying to get it. Someone's got to pick it up. Teddy gets it. It's 6 again. Tedesco can't get through.
Just couldn't get the ball
I
out.
thought there was a 6 again call there.
Where's the flick past Teddy?
Someone said 6 again. Wasn't the ref.
The Riverina Junior Football Carnival, where the great Ray Warren's from. His beautiful statue sits up there.
Junee.
Junee. There's 130 teams at Laurie Daly Oval. It's the longest running carnival. It actually started the year Ray was born. That's a long time ago.
You going to say the year, or has he told you not to?
What's that?
You're going to say the year, or has he told you not to say
He
that?
said no. He said
Benders
don't
on the
do it.
legs, 2 on the tackle.
Seal the action. 9 a.m. Saturday.
Who's on the legs, mate?
If you're a local, get down there and give Rab's statue a bit of a clean-up too. Full time. Big win this to start round 21 by the Roosters. They're on a run now. And the Broncos have a bit of thinking to do with Carrigan sidelined for a further 3 matches. They've now dropped consecutive games. A surprise defeat to the Tigers. And this defeat now to the Roosters this evening as the ball's picked up. Sam Walker's had enough, and that will see us out at the SCG. A most impressive effort by the Roosters. They're up into the 7th on the ladder now. And had they not have won tonight, they would have risked potentially dropping out of the top 8, but they've taken that possibility away with an excellent effort here and a most dominant win. Full time, 34-16. Roosters over the Broncos here at the cricket ground.